Hello everyone, happy Saturday. It is trivia time, just as it is every Saturday. Just as you know that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, and that taxes are inevitable, so is trivia at the Tualatin Public Library. Let's get into it. 3 rounds, 8 questions each. Here we go. Round 1, Black History Month. It's February, it's Black History Month. Here is some trivia. He was the first African American to play Major League Baseball when he joined the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1947. Who am I talking about? First African American to play Major League Baseball. Number 2. Who wrote the best-selling memoir I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings? I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, written by whom? Number 3. What was Muhammad Ali's original name before joining the Nation of Islam? The name he was assigned at birth, Muhammad Ali. And number 4, what is the name of the novel that earned author Alice Walker a Pulitzer Prize? Alice Walker's famous novel turned film. And number 5, in which city was the first sit-in at a segregated lunch counter? The first sit-in at a segregated lunch counter was in which city? And number 6, who was the first African American to serve as a U.S. Supreme Court Justice? First African American U.S. Supreme Court Justice. And number 8, final question for round 1. Who broke 3 track and field world records in 45 minutes at Ohio State? First, broke 3 track and field world records in 45 minutes at Ohio State. Who am I talking about? Okay, number 2 is about theme parks. Remember those? Those things that aren't open right now? Theme parks. Number 1. In 1988, New York City designated the Cyclone, which is one of these, an official landmark. The Cyclone. What is the Cyclone an example of in New York City? Number 2, Portland's Rose City Rollers roller derby team practices at a roller rink located where? Portland's Rose City Rollers, where do they practice? And number 3, this rapid drop tower ride formerly lived at California Adventure but is now at Hollywood Studios, a infamous rapid tower drop ride. Okay, number 4. This amusement park located in Copenhagen is the second oldest in the world. An amusement park located in Copenhagen. And number 5. This Disneyland roller coaster is named after a mountain in the Swiss Alps. It's a fun one. Number 6. This 2013 documentary discusses the controversial practice of keeping killer whales captive for entertainment purposes in theme parks such as SeaWorld, a 2013 documentary. Okay, number 7. This series of amusement parks was initially developed as a promotional tool for a massive American brewing company. A series of amusement parks developed by a massive American brewing company, or for this company. And number 8, this theme park was inspired by an unfinished concept for an idealized futuristic urban city. It was not realized in its entirety, but it still exists, inspired by an idealized futuristic urban city. Okay, and round 3, we have another visual round, as is the trend recently. This one is called Cheeky Chins. So I'm going to have images of 8 chins that belong to famous people. Their chins are also famous. So to whom do these famous chins belong? Here we go. Boom! Okay, you had some good chin time. Now I'm going to give you the answers, so if you're not ready, go back, do what you need to do to rewatch, re-listen, get your answers written out, because here come the spoilers. Round 1, number 1, first African American to play Major League Baseball when he joined the Brooklyn Dodgers in '47, Jackie Robinson. and the author of the memoir I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, Maya Angelou, and Muhammad Ali's birth name, Cassius Clay. And the novel that earned Alice Walker a Pulitzer went on to become a hit film, The Color Purple. And the first sit-in at a segregated lunch counter was in Greensboro, North Carolina. And the first African-American Supreme Court Justice, Thurgood Marshall, and let's see, who broke 3 track and field world records in 45 minutes at Ohio State. This is Jesse Owens. And I just realized I forgot to read you a question from round 1, so here's a bonus. So I'm going to read you the question and then stare at you blankly for a second while you pause the video, and then come up with your answer, because then I'm going to give it to you. Which great jazz musician was named Satchmo? You ready? It was Louis Armstrong. Satchmo. And okay, track and field records, Jesse Owens. And okay, back on track with round 2, theme parks. New York City designated the Cyclone an official landmark in 1988. This is a roller coaster, Coney Island, famous. And the Rose City Rollers, Portland's roller derby team, they practice at Oaks Park, Oaks Amusement Park. And Rapid Drop Tower, formerly at California Adventures, now at Hollywood Studios, the Tower of Terror. Tower of Terror. And the second oldest amusement park in the world in Copenhagen, this is Tivoli, Tivoli Gardens. And the Swiss Alps-inspired Disneyland roller coaster, Space Mountain. Just kidding, it's the Matterhorn. And the 2013 documentary about killer whales in captivity in amusement parks, Blackfish. Blackfish. And the series of amusement parks originally conceived as a promotional tool for a brewing company, Busch Gardens by Anheuser-Busch, and a theme park inspired by a idealized futuristic urban city concept. This is the Epcot Center, which is an acronym for Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow. And round 3, Cheeky Chins. Number 1, Audrey Hepburn. Number 2, Chevy Chase. Number 3, Jay Leno. Number 4, Jennifer Aniston. 5, Kirk Douglas. 6, Quentin Tarantino. 7, John Travolta. And 8, Reese Witherspoon. And thank you so much for joining us once again on this hopefully beautiful Saturday evening. I'll let you know when it becomes 6:30, but for you, it already is. Whoa, crazy. So I will be back with you next Saturday for another batch of Tualatin Library Trivia. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye.